We are live, boys.
We are live.
Doing it live.
We're doing
Ready
it live.
to win 1.5 million.
There we go.
Feeling good.
Yep, this is our first Best Ball Mania 5 live stream. We've done some uploaded videos, but we're going to try to do a consistent live stream schedule. We don't know the exact schedule, days and times yet, but we want to do a lot more of these, whether it's Best Ball Manias or just some puppy drafts when I think the first puppy filled right after the schedule released.
So fast. Within like 3 days.
Yeah.
3 or 4 days.
So for now, we're just going to have to stick with Best Ball Mania. So it looks like our first stream, we are in the 10 hole here.
Yep.
We haven't had a first pick.
Nope. Not yet.
I feel like we've been kind of like moving around, though. I feel like there hasn't been a draft spot we've gotten like over and over again.
Yeah, we have. We gotten like 6 or 7, like 5 times.
I don't mind 10.
I mean, I don't mind either because you're close to the swing, but
I also just kind of like the players kind of at the end. Like I don't mind getting shares of AJ Brown.
Yeah, you could set up a nice. You could pretty much capture the whole Eagles offense from the 10 spot.
Yeah, if you really would go like Saquon and stuff, you could.
Yeah.
But I'm not as high on Saquon as you are, Nick.
Yeah, that's right.
I love me some Saquon.
Yeah, how could you not like the best, maybe the second best outside of McCaffrey, second best running back?
I like Breece Hall. I like Bijan more.
Yeah, but the Eagles' offensive line is like that with Saquon is like a dream come true for fantasy. I'm surprised more people aren't like more hyped about that.
The one thing Underdog hasn't included yet is bye weeks.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people on Twitter were bothering them today about that.
Yeah, last year I remember they always. So I have a chart right here where I'll just keep it up next to me, and like if we're gonna make a bye week blunder, I'll say something. But now we have the schedule though, so we can start doing the week 17. You know, all those stacks again.
Who's your favorite week 17 matchup?
I don't know. There's a few that I was kind of like like I don't know, the Cleveland Miami one kind of scares me. Like I get it, Tyreek, Waddle, like those guys can pop off at any time.
Is it in Miami?
No, it's in Cleveland.
Oh,
so like some of them like
Martin Emerson.
They don't like playing in the cold.
Yeah,
I know Tyreek playing.
That one kind of scary, but I don't know. There's like any of the dome games are like, I don't know, Saints, Raiders. I like that just because it's like. Why are you laughing?
Because when you think about like prolific NFL offenses, your first.
I'm just thinking of like
maybe the Saints or the Raiders.
It's wild. I'm thinking of some like under. Right. Okay, I'm fine with AJ Brown here.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's got to pay off that extension.
Yeah.
So yeah, now that we took AJ Brown, we can. I mean, that's the Dallas stack, Philly, Dallas. I mean, that's a pretty good game for Week 17.
That is a great Week 17 game. There's always still playoff implications in that division all the way to the end.
It's usually a Monday or Sunday night game.
Yeah. All right.
I would say Olave, but
can you filter by ADP real quick?
My vote's Olave.
Where's Saquon?
His ADP's in.
Right there.
Oh, I mean, I guess we have AJ.
I like Saquon for that.
I wouldn't mind Saquon, but I'd prefer Olave. But
2. Yeah,
we've gone.
You want it, Corey?
Olave, I think almost every draft. So we'll switch it up.
Yeah, we have Olave a lot.
Well, we should probably. I mean, what's our next pick?
34.
Yeah, if Hurts is there, we got to get Hurts.
Oh, yeah. And then you could usually get Devonta Smith around there. You got to have some luck to have both of them fall, but it happens all the time.
Well, if we were really trying to push it, we would go Devonta Smith if he's there with our next pick, and then hope like no one just takes a naked, like just takes Hurts without the stack, and then we get Hurts coming right back.
Yeah, I've done that a few times, and it's better to take the Slim Reaper first because, like, a lot of times at the 11 or 12 spot, you see people just targeting stacks. Like in that range, you could get Lamar and Zay Flowers. You can get Mahomes and, pick up one of the
Kelsey, Mahomes, Kelsey, or something like that.
So there's like a lot of, you could reach on Kincaid if you want to go with Josh Allen. Like all those big time stacks are happening at the 3rd and 4th round turn.
Yeah, but with our luck, some scumbag's gonna take both those guys with no, like, he's gonna overdraft.
Yeah, but like in these top heavy tournaments, you just almost have to just like take swings,
That's why it's almost better to do so many of these drafts, because like you almost need luck to fall your way, because if you're just trying to shoot, one lucky draft in here, like it's tough. You gotta play a lot to catch a lot of luck.
Yep, that's true. I mean, a lot of luck involved in this stuff, but I mean, like I'll always try to put. It was the same thing in like playoff best ball. It's just like a different format, obviously, but like in playoff best ball, like that was one of the reasons like I was able to win that tournament. Is you can just keep pushing guys because everyone's kind of targeting their own stacks, and if you can just push them a little bit farther, and where we are in the draft, like yes, if we were, if you're in like the middle of the draft, sometimes you just have to go get your stack because you don't know if they're going to make it back. But like we're only banking at just 2 people that we have to hope don't do it. So you can do it a little bit more around the turn.
Yep. Yeah, and I think if you get both, you get AJ, Devonta, and Saquon, I think people are way less inclined to pick up Hurts in that turn.
Unless they're paying attention and they want to mess up your team, because they also have to play that juggernaut of a squad, which I've seen happen a bunch.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I'll do it. But.
Happened to me actually a draft or two ago. Some guy reached like 2 rounds on Burrow because I had T and Jamar. It was like,
yeah, you got to watch out for those.
So infuriating. Yeah.
So I'll take a second and just say a quick prayer for Kyren Williams ADP. I feel so bad people who took him before drafts or taking him in the top 10.
Yeah, that's the risk, I guess.
The only way Kyron's going to pay off is if Blake Corum gets injured, probably. So yeah,
almost there.
We'll see. I mean, if
So do we want to just be safe here and take Hurts?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, actually, I mean, I don't mind like ETN, T, Tank. I think we go receiver because we already have Saquon, but
with Saquon and a quarterback, like we want to make sure we have like 4 to 5 you want like in every draft, you want 4 to 5 receivers in the first 10 rounds. Usually you want 4 receivers in the first 7 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, Hayden Winks had just put out an article the other day about how optimal 4 to 5 through 7 is for receivers. So,
and each year it seems like they're getting pushed up more and more. So that's why you're seeing these like when you're going through drafts, and then you get it's like I feel like Christian Watson's name
on the clock.
Okay,
I'm
fine with either because T has some contract issues, but I prefer T. But Tank is a little safer.
A little less competition for T.
Yeah.
So the Eagles have a week 5 bye, so we just don't want to be targeting Chargers, Lions, or Titans, or like quarterbacks. We don't want Herbert, Goff, Levi Jeans.
I don't think
that's an easy one to avoid.
Regardless,
we can't forget his name because if we forget it, some guy in the comments is gonna pipe up.
The one Titans fan online.
Yeah. They are a feisty bunch as a Colts fan. AFC South Twitter There's, you know,
I mean, I would
Twitter.
be too
If what?
I would. I
Hello?
mean, I think Corey just froze there. Did we just? Oh, you good? There you go.
I thought I had a stroke or something. I just like
No,
was saying, like,
we both started talking at the same time. I thought he was going to finish, but I was saying I would be pissed as a Titans fan too if I had the team. If I had to root for that team. I mean,
Yeah, they're mean.
It's going to be a tough division against the Texans this year. That's for sure.
Oh my god! If I have to hear another thing about the stupid Texans,
I know
How could
Corey's.
you not
Corey's
like what they
upset.
did this offseason?
yeah, they had a good offseason, but CJ Stroud has played 1 year of football, and everyone's claimed him as a top 5 quarterback. Like all those quarterback rankings that people put out, and they have him as a top 5 quarterback is asinine. He's played 1 year
With the roster around him, he's good enough to like be mediocre and still like have a chance at the Super
I
Bowl.
get it. He had a great year. I gave him his flowers, but to put him as a top 5 quarterback in the NFL is asinine.
I'm not there yet either. I don't think I can't put him top 5.
I mean, he's like I said. I mean, he's good quarterback. And then after what he said in his,
I don't think he's top 5. But
he's easily top 10.
Very hard to break past like Mahomes, Burrow, Josh Allen. I think that's tier 1 for me.
I would draft Richardson over Stroud in fantasy.
Well, I'm not talking about fantasy.
Oh yeah. I'm saying in fantasy though, I would still rather have Richardson.
He is overvalued for sure. Like especially where he's going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have like almost no Stroud this year.
Yeah, me either. I won't have any.
Which is a little tough, but
I mean, they have a week 17 matchup against Baltimore. So I mean, it is one of those where it could be one of two things. It'd be just one of those like defensive, you know. Well, we saw the matchup in the playoffs, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, and Lamar got cooked, right?
Yeah. They look bad.
Yeah, right? So we could see you could see a shoot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it went. You could see like one of those shootout games, but you could also see one of those defensive.
No. Ravens won 34-10.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I think Lamar got cooked.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud.
Why did I think that was the game? Stroud was at the Browns.
No, Lamar went for
Browns got cooked that game.
Lamar went 152.
Yeah, am I thinking? I think I'm thinking of the Browns game, right? When the Browns played Houston.
The Browns played Houston, and the Browns got cooked.
Yeah, that's the game I'm thinking of, not the Ravens.
And then the Texans got cooked by the Ravens the next round.
Yeah. So it's like the Stroud would still have to play the Ravens in week 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a nasty defense to go up against.
Yeah. So that's another game that I think a lot of people are actually liking. I think it's just because of like the name value of Lamar versus Stroud. But that's a game that I actually am fading kind of for week 17.
I really like Terry McLaurin here, if he's there.
I like Keenan Allen or Mixon. It would be my vote.
No one need to go receiver here.
Yeah, so I vote. Keenan Allen's gone.
I like Hollywood or McLaurin. I'm good with either of those.
I would take Hollywood Brown over McLaurin.
I would take Hollywood Brown over McLaurin as well.
He's just gonna have. I mean, if he can't be good, if he can't be good on that team, then the Chiefs are just cursed with receivers.
No, I think he's going to be fine. He's a good player.
I think Hollywood Brown is their best receiver,
by
better
far.
Than Rice. I think he's better than Worthy. And when Rice before his potential suspension, like they were all kind of going before him, and I never quite.
I mean, I go crazy about guys that had like great seasons last year, and I point at it like a situational benefit. I think Rashee Rice is probably first on my list there of like, yeah, he's talented, but like there was no other options. It was like him and Justin Watson competing for targets. I mean, Kelsey obviously, but like
I think he's a little bit more of a product of Mahomes. I think he's good, but like I don't think if Rice played with
I'd
Yeah,
love Terry here.
He just got taken.
Is there any Dallas? No. Cincinnati plays Denver.
Running backs? Any running backs in this spot?
I don't mind Kamara. I'm still not afraid.
No. I think we need a receiver still.
Okay. Well, I would say Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Rome. Yeah.
God, if we're not drafting him, we're not doing it. So we're not. We can get Danny Dimes in round like.
No, we took an
18.
elite quarterback, so we can literally wait. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Caleb would be too early probably. We can wait a lot longer after taking Hurts.
Even if Rome is like amazing, like, do you still think he can break like 125 targets?
No way. He's not
No,
gonna
but
get
he can break
125
1,000 yards.
He definitely go 1,000 yards. He'll probably get like.
I just feel like it's tough drafting a wide receiver 3 in the 6th round. Like I think it's just like
yeah, but you don't know because again, Keenan Allen's age. Like the Bears are all kind of going high because people that are confident in Caleb Williams being very good. That 2 of them are probably going to do very well, and so it's just kind of like people are just drafting all 3 of them, and 2 of them are probably going to pay off.
I mean, I like him better than aside from maybe Terry, everyone else that's going with him or around him.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Xavier Worthy. I know everyone doesn't, but he's going to have to be an option.
That's why I was throwing Kamara in there because I think a lot of these receivers are.
I'm a lot higher on Kendra Miller. That's why.
Wasn't he like hurt all last year and played like 2 games?
Yeah, he was hurt, but I think he's going to have a role this year. And again, Kamara's age.
Are they talking a lot about that?
Yeah, they are. Kendra Miller, I think, is going to be a very solid option, especially in best ball where, he goes super late. If anything happens to Kamara, like you're going to crush.
He's the guy.
Like, no, they got Jason Tatum.
Without the injury, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got Jason Tatum back in Kendra up.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
are they saying
Hill is now getting up there in age? He's not still a running back too.
Are they saying like he'll have a complimentary role no matter what?
Yes, Kendra Miller will have a role.
Yeah. Okay.
So looking at stacks, we have Hollywood. So we can't really get Mahomes. Rome, probably not getting Caleb.
Unless you get Swift. I really like the
we probably can't get Burrow. So really we're gonna have to look through a backdoor stack, which would be like Jaden Daniel. Or no, I feel like we're gonna have to go for like look at the QBs for a second. I feel like we're gonna have to target some type of backdoor stack with Deshaun Watson is an option.
Aaron Rodgers. He's probably my favorite backdoor stack.
Derek Carr
with Mike Williams because you got to get him a little bit earlier.
Derek Carr with Shaheed and Jawan and Kendra. That's another option. And again, like they are going to be in a dome against the Raiders in week 17, and it's his former team.
Has Godwin gone yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I like
Baker Mayfield QB 11 last year.
Yeah, but again, if you're taking Baker, you need to have Mike Evans and Godwin or both.
Yeah, I don't mind taking Godwin, and then you can get K-Dot in late.
Yeah, I just think Baker, you ideally want a double stack. Like
yeah,
he's the type of guy. If he's crushing week 17 or in the playoffs, like 2+ of them are going off.
All right, I like Swift and Najee here.
I lean. This is the wide receiver tier break off. It's right after this. Rice's would be if he plays, but
we get our pick at all these running backs.
Yeah, but we can still push it after taking Saquon. I say JSN.
I do not say I would say
I love JSN.
I would say Christian Watson.
I would say why not Deontay Johnson?
I don't mind Deontay, or I like Swift.
Make
and
pick.
Caleb.
JSN would have opened up like a Geno late stack with Noah Fant too.
I don't like that at all.
Well, I'm saying we need to target a late stack right now. Like we don't, like we're probably not taking Burrow early since we took Hurts.
Burrow's
We're not going to take Rome or Caleb because we took Hurts.
I still like Swift. And then you could get Caleb, and then you have 3 pieces of the Bears offense.
That's fine.
I mean, yeah, we could get Caleb, but I mean, with Hurts, you don't really need it because we took Hurts is going to be taking up so many of the weeks.
We've always done these first like 5 drafts like the same way. Like,
I mean, yeah,
I know that's the way. That's like considered the way to go. Like it's the most ideal, but it's also. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have our 5 receivers. You can get a Bryce Young stack if you want it. With Carolina, like a backdoor stack with that.
100%.
Yeah, after taking Deontay, that opened Bryce up. But again, I mean, luckily he goes like super late. But I absolutely, you know what I think about him.
So. I know, but you just mentioned that he's not going to be a quarterback that's going to be used every week. Yeah. And if you're taking Geno,
they play. Carolina plays Tampa in week 17, I believe.
Ooh.
I mean, we're not going to want him.
If they figure it out, that's a good defense to want to play against. I actually like where you're going with that, Corey, because we spent so much draft capital on Hurts. And
yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is like
you're basically just playing the bye week.
No, I that's what PB said, but then why would you use draft capital on Geno?
Or Caleb, yeah. I agree. Caleb's gone, but
what do you mean draft cap? Geno goes where Bryce Young goes. I would way rather have Geno than Bryce Young.
They go the same range?
Go look at quarterback. I'm pretty sure they go.
That was 173 ADP. Bryce is 200.
Yeah, so like they both go super, super late. That's why. And we had Rome already. So Chicago plays Seattle.
Well, I don't think you piped up enough about that.
What?
About the matchup.
Yep.
You just said you said JSN would be good here because we.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should have mentioned the matchup, but
I mean that's all for not knowing that either. But hey, first live streams, shit happens.
Well, I'm glad we didn't do a Caleb.
You guys all need to get the flashcards out and just.
What's that website that we use? Quizlet. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys need to get on there and just start pumping out memorizations of the schedule.
Yeah. The amount of times I use Quizlet during Spanish tests to cheat.
That you had to take 4 times.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work all that well, is what you're saying.
It's hard to cheat.
Corey's going to be stacking up teams that don't play at all.
Just so confident in it. Just
he goes, oh yeah, these teams obviously play.
You know, it's fine. It's just we got it. Don't worry.
Yeah. All right.
Then he'll win the contest, and someone will interview him and be like, "Yeah, I mean, I was really into the week 17 stacks." And then you look at all his teams, and none of them have week 17 stacks. He got it all mixed up, but he still took down the contest.
You know who I think is an awesome value at tight end this year is Evan Ingram.
I don't mind taking him, but I prefer getting Lawrence when I do take him. Like,
did you know he was 3rd in tight end targets last year?
I knew he was up there.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like that was the quietest, like top 3 target share ever.
You know why? Because tight ends drop off from like 1 to the drop off is so big. So if you don't have the top 2.
It was like the obvious ones. It was like Laporta, Kelsey, I think McBride, and then it was Ingram, McBride, and then Njoku was 5th.
This is where running back. This is like the golden spot. Like I'll even sometimes take my first running back in the 9th round because this is like I think like the best pocket for running backs. Like there's just so much value. Guys that are either starters or in backfields, like trying to think of an example here, like Brian Robinson and Eckler, where one of them's definitely going to pay off. Or you have Devin Singletary, who's a starter, Javonte Williams, Trey Benson, who it's a little more unclear with James Conner, but this whole area of the draft is just so. This is where you have to be targeting running backs, in my opinion.
I like it a lot when I'm going like RB hero, kind of like our lineup.
That's how I do most of my drafts. Like I never really have 3 running backs by this point. It's always I usually have one or sometimes two.
Yeah.
Well, if Trey Benson's here, I think we take him.
I would vote Javonte Williams. I'm trying to let's see if there's any
I like
correlation.
Javonte Williams. He's the clear cut number 1.
You're not changing your tune there, Nick. Let's rewind a few drafts ago where we're getting into arguments and you're like ready to quit.
We were arguing over backups at like the end of a draft. Like that's nothing to do with Javonte. No, I'm pretty sure in the 17 scenarios you listed, check the tape. Javonte was hurt.
Run it back.
It was the room. We don't know we don't know who RB1's there. Audric Estime has an opportunity.
I just said we didn't know who's going to be the complementary role guy.
Nick, what has Javonte done?
I mean, he hasn't really bounced back from that injury, but
that was a whole thesis of not targeting him last year and then going heavy on him this year.
All right, let's make this pick.
I say Trey Benson or
I say Trey
or Brian Robinson.
I like Trey. I think it's going to be a more explosive offense. And James Conner is a lot older. Well, I guess Austin Eckler's up there too.
There wasn't really a tiebreaker either for Week 17 because Trey Benson plays Arizona plays San Francisco or the Rams, and who's the other guy that we were looking at? Brian Robinson. They play Atlanta.
Atlanta should have a good shot at the number 1 pick again.
I don't think so.
I'm just kidding.
That's why they kind of blew it.
I just can't believe I feel like they were so close to being really good.
I think they're going to win the division.
Yeah, I just don't know.
The worst division in NFL.
I mean, they just don't be
QB. It definitely is the worst division.
Get an aging
Kirk. I would have to look at everywhere.
Was by far the worst division last year.
Yeah, and it's going to be really bad.
Yeah. The starting quarterbacks were Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield, Bryce Young, and Desmond Ridder / whoever they were throwing in like at the end of the season.
The old Tyler Heineke.
All right, so we're only going to take at max one more running back.
That's fine. Then we can just load up everywhere else.
Yeah, probably another.
What about Big Boy Freiermuth? He's got to be coming up for our first tight end spot.
142 ADP on Freiermuth.
Yeah, so we're and Freiermuth. I mean, Pittsburgh plays Kansas City Week 17, so we would have what?
They're going to need to pass a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if he's there, but we'll just see what kind of falls to us if we take our 5th running back, if there's a receiver that falls, or I don't think we're looking at quarter because are we still looking? Are you looking for Bryce Young? We don't have a Tampa guy yet. I mean, we could get Kate Otten for that stack.
We're not looking at Week 17.
What?
We've already discussed we don't need Bryce Young for Week 17. We need him for a bye week. So we don't need a stack.
No, if you're taking a guy, you're still betting. Like, no matter who you're taking on whatever team, if you're taking him in your draft, you're betting on them doing well.
I think Corey's saying we have Jalen Hurts against the Cowboys, which is probably going to be a far superior stack.
We don't have a Cowboy either, so maybe this is where we take Rico or Zeke if they're there.
Ugh.
Because we don't even have that stack.
There's so many good receivers here.
Is there a
Judy,
Cowboys receiver?
Judy, Dodson.
I'm just saying, if you take Bryce Young,
Palmer.
you're still trying to make a bet on Week 17 if that game happens to shoot out.
Big
No,
play.
I get it, but the likelihood of that game shooting out is not
Really a Tampa Bay's defense.
Yeah,
They're going to be pretty gross.
Like, that's how you get leverage. Like, if let's say Jalen Hurts was like propelling everyone through the playoffs and like Jalen Hurts was like 35-40% owned in the finals, then if you have Bryce, you hope Bryce just beats Hurts. Like, that's how you win. Take down like these large.
It's that simple.
I'm just saying, like, you don't just take Bryce Young just for a bye week.
I really hope Judy or Dodson's there for us.
I hope Zeke is there. Is Rico's got to be on the board still, because maybe we could wait a little longer for him. When's our next? I mean, we could wait.
Right, we could wait on Rico.
Yeah, we're not reaching on.
I'd rather take Rico.
Okay, well, yeah,
out there. I'd rather
if we get Judy.
Miller.
I'd much rather have Watson than.
I'd rather have like Kendry Miller.
All right, then let's. If Judy,
yeah, but we need it. What Dallas player are we gonna have, Nick?
I'm not that concerned about the Week 17 stacks.
Why aren't you concerned about that?
Because I would want like CeeDee Lamb, and that's it. Like,
but you're still
you gotta get the number one running back potentially, and Judy's not there. So
I mean, Palmer's there,
against the Eagles, number one running back. I don't know.
Palmer's there. Komet's there.
I say Palmer.
Call me crazy, but Xavier Leggett at the pick after this, so you go running back here.
I hate Xavier Leggett. Please no.
Yeah, but we're going the Bryce Young stack. We got to double stack him. It's just roster construction, PP.
Yeah, I didn't really want to go the Bryce Young route anyway.
I like Dontavian Wicks. I think Green Bay is like such an interesting team. I feel like they have like 5 wide receivers who are all pretty good.
Come on, Zeke.
I'd rather have Rico than Zeke.
I don't know. I think here you just take the value of Zeke and bank. Zeke is like the touchdown guy. You get like the LeGarrette Blount type season.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, that's, I guess, what you're banking on.
I'm fine with either, but I think you take the ADP value of Zeke here.
So gross.
I mean, they brought him back. I mean, you have to imagine Zeke's going to be, anytime they're around the goal line, they're just going to hand him the ball.
I have to imagine that Zeke will probably put up 0 points for this team.
How much do you want to bet on that?
I mean, he's definitely not LeGarrette Blount, but
he's not in his prime. He had the worst season of his career last year. Granted, on the worst offense ever, but
all you're doing is you're just like Zeke. Yeah. You're not banking on being like second round fantasy pick, first round fantasy pick Zeke. You're banking on him getting touchdowns and like just having those spike touchdown weeks. That's it.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just feel like he's going to be like the Austin Eckler of this year.
Austin Eckler was going in like round 1 last year.
Yeah, I guess I just meant like a big name. Yeah, a big name running back who like officially falls off.
He's
but that's what I thought about Thielen last year, and Thielen was always going super late, and he was just absolutely crushing for a while.
See, I didn't hate Thielen at all. There was no one else there, so it was just like an opportunity spot, I mean,
he didn't do a ton after like week 4.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he lost his legs.
Yeah, 36 years old.
But he did have a great start to the year.
He did.
He definitely got people.
Xavier Leggett is now going to be
I feel like that's not how you pronounce that last name.
I'd love to hear him say it.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Legate. I'm Xavier Legate.
You're not South enough to do that. To go more.
No, he has a crazy Southern accent.
It's a Southern accent that didn't even exist till he started speaking. That's how South it is.
We still need to figure out our quarter, so we're just going for Bryce at this point.
I mean, you go Jets late.
Leggett.
What was that?
Wow, it is Leggett.
Leggett.
Call me crazy.
I mean, you could still. We're not tied to Bryce Young here.
We don't have any other receivers or players.
Well, we're going to go heavy receiver now. So
no, we're not. We
need
like one. We need 3 tight ends and a quarterback. I think we're done at receiver. Don't we have 7?
We have 6.
Oh, did we take
5 running backs? We took Palmer. 5 running backs, 6 receivers, 1 quarterback, 0 tight ends.
Oh, for some reason I thought we had 4 rounds left. We have 5. Yeah, we need 3 tight ends, a quarterback, and 1 more receiver.
Well,
I mean, if Muth is there, we've been talking him up.
When does Russell go?
If Komet's there too, I feel like if any of that value kind of fell, but
he's a last pick.
We also don't have a Steeler.
You could get Roman Wilson right here.
You get Freiermuth.
It's actually not a terrible combo.
And we have Marquise Brown for the run back.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than Bryce Young.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I guess I would probably rather have that than Bryce Young is
Me too.
The Steelers. And Russ having to throw all game against Kansas City.
I mean, it could be Justin Fields by that time, but
I have seen people take Justin Fields in drafts because, like, if he ever was the starter, I mean, you get him in the last round, and
I bet you
he'll kind of have that Taysom Hill effect where he was playing multiple different positions, so you could get him on like a punt return potentially.
Yeah, but he has to fill your quarterbacks. But the thing about Taysom is, like, you could draft him as a tight end, and he was like putting up quarterback points.
There's no way that guy takes
this.
Dude, I take a running back.
This dude might. After 2 just got taken.
You can unfilter running back, right? We're done with running back.
There goes Roman.
And I told you.
Dave, really? What a scumbag.
No, we can't go Russ anymore. I mean, there's the...
honestly, I really
Deshaun Watson would be the only one but we could still wait a little longer because he still rushes the ball a little bit, and you can get Elijah Moore super late, but
run on Elijah Moore.
I mean, what do you guys?
I like Jermaine Burton.
No, I think we wait on receiver here. I think we have to go.
We go Rodgers.
We have to get our quarterback, Rodgers or Watson.
Rodgers and then Corley and a couple picks.
Yeah. I like that a lot. Good thinking.
I think I'll take Rodgers because he burned me last year. I don't think he'll burn me twice. I think
that's your thought process. No, nothing else besides he burned me once, and I don't think he'll burn me again.
Yeah. It's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's still he's a top. I think he's a top 5 quarterback still in the NFL. So
I have a feeling you're going to have an absurd amount of Rodgers on best ball because you're just going to see him there sitting in the 15th, 14th round and be like, I got to take Aaron Rodgers here.
I took so much Rodgers and Garrett Wilson last year that my hands turned green from clicking that button. So I'm gonna follow suit, do it again. I haven't dove into best ball on my own account quite yet. But man, once I do it,
Yeah.
Maybe we get Conklin as one of our tight ends.
Yeah, super late. I think now, I mean, if with a Jet, you want a Buffalo guy, ideally.
Oh, God, Dawson Knox, here he comes.
Oh, no, please don't make it that.
Can you imagine, though?
I don't think there's any other Buffalo players, though, besides Knox.
You know what's really nice is, like, I don't even have to say my piece anymore. You guys just know. For a last round pick, I mean, you know, we're splitting hairs at that point, but
Yeah, they still matter, though.
oh yeah, big time.
We get MVS is also a last.
Oh
round.
yes, that's who. Wait, but don't. How many receivers do we have?
We have 7 now.
We have 7 now. Yeah,
We can just go 2 tight end.
No, we need
so
3.
dangerous
We need 3. But how many?
we still have room for a 8th receiver if we go 3 tight end. We're done with. We got 2 quarterbacks done with quarterback, 5 running backs done with running back, 7 receivers, 0 tight ends.
Yeah, we can get 1 more receiver and 3 tight ends.
Yeah, so if we go MVS with the last pick there,
Conklin.
Yeah.
Do you want to pull up the big board or the other screen and?
So right now we need to just target tight ends. Juwan Johnson,
Likely, no
Fant, Chig.
It's the same guys every single draft.
If you go late tight end,
no, I get it. I get I know we go late on it.
I'm big on Jonnu Smith. I think he's going to have a great year.
I mean, he does. He has that upside for sure.
They haven't had a good tight end since
forever, and they got the best tight end they've had in like 5 years.
And he sucks.
No,
Jonnu Smith is not a good tight end.
You ever play with him in Madden? His spectacular catch.
We've never played with him in Madden.
What did you say is spectacular?
I said, have you ever played with him in Madden? His spectacular catch score is a 99.
Yeah,
he doesn't lose jump balls.
It's like 6'7" or something. He's massive.
He's amazing. He's a complete cheat code.
And he just can't be good on the actual field. His talent was used in Madden.
I think he's solid.
I mean, I get it. He's gonna have a lot of, there's reason for him to be good, but like he's old.
Yeah. I think on a serious note, what Isaiah Likely did with Mark Andrews out last year, I think probably carved him out a role on this offense no matter what.
I don't think it did.
Really? He did so good.
I get it, but they'll just be like, well, Mark Andrews can do the exact same thing.
Yeah, but Likely can play like in the slot, Mark Andrews.
We getting Conklin?
Like
Conklin here.
Blocking.
Cock.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Conk.
Excuse me?
Corey developing some threats here late in the draft.
And then what we're getting Noah Fant, right? With the Chicago correlation.
Sure, PB. Whatever you want, dude.
I feel like Likely's maybe better, but
I'm just saying with the correlation, that's all.
anyone but Chig.
Or Fant.
The Chig had like 2 great career games, and PB's like next Trey McBride.
Okay, so
Nick, I just like how late he goes, and he has a role.
Likely or Fant?
I say Fant.
Likely.
I say Fant. Just because
for the stack.
for the stack. We'll just say that.
For the stack and the starter.
He's a starter.
That's true.
Nick loves his backups, right? Huh? Always accusing me of it.
PB, I love that we're in so many fantasy leagues together because I can always count on you for a good 17 RB2s on your bench.
Waiting
and then having to start 3 of them.
And then just try to trade him away. Like, guy, you're going to need him. You're going to need him.
The best was that the Expo League that we were in, everyone just immediately after the draft was like, "Who the hell is Patrick Barnes?
Why is he sending me 17
immediately blacklisted on trades? Just no one would do anything with him."
I did pretty well in that league too.
You didn't get to the finals like me.
I was one short of the finals, I believe.
I think I lost to either Alex or Nick.
Yeah, Corey, I think I beat you.
I think you did in the semis.
But all right, back to best ball. So we got Conklin, Fant. We're getting MBS and one more tight end. Chig, right?
Monty Woods.
Likely and Johnny are still on the board.
I'm fine with likely Janu or Chig.
Where do you think Chig will realistically fall in target share with Hopkins, Ridley?
You'll have probably the same
I think
amount.
they have two really good pass catching backs, which is why I don't like Chig specifically. Because I think if they're going short down,
it's just like as a red zone option, like, and he has that like after the catch ability to where he can still break some long plays, and that's what I'm looking for in best ball. I'm looking for starters. I'm looking for upside, and I see that in Fant. I see that in Chig. Conklin, not so much, but you make the bet when you are drafting Rodgers.
Yeah. I just don't believe in Will Levis. I think Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears could take a lion's share of the short down passes, check downs, things like that drive a lot of tight ends.
Nick, what we're talking about, we're talking about comparing late round tight ends to each other. We're not talking about.
And I'm telling you why I don't like Chig.
Yeah, I'm asking who you like better. And Isaiah Likely,
yeah,
I get it in the case Mark Andrews is injured. Yes, he's a much better pick. But I'm wondering why you like Likely straight up over Chig.
It's a matter of the target share on the team. They have Zay Flowers.
Okay, where's Isaiah Likely's target share on the Ravens with a run heavy offense? And
I think it might be a little bit more pass heavy this year.
Okay,
with Greg Roman
Zay Flowers, Bateman, Mark Andrews, like who's now they have Derrick Henry. You think they're going to be more pass heavy after adding Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me where in the target share is he with the Ravens?
They had to replace their starting running back. So
where's Isaiah Likely in the target share?
I think he's probably 4th or 5th.
And I don't understand your argument.
Because I would rather take a guy who's like 4th. Let's say they both come in at 4th target share wise. I'd rather have Lamar Jackson throwing than Will Levis. And I think Baltimore gets in the red zone a lot more than Tennessee this year.
Again, I just think Mark Andrews, he's going to be the guy.
I'm not disputing that. I just think that he'll have a role.
I think small.
I get it.
Kind of how they played Dalton Kincaid. Trey McBride played more snaps out of the slot last year than at the tight end position once Zach Ertz went down.
I don't think you bring in Derrick Henry.
Seeing an evolution of the tight end role.
I think when you have a mobile quarterback that you want, like we see it every year, Lamar
just took MVS.
Oh, well, we'll take Jonnu here, and then probably Jalen Tolbert with our last pick.
Jalen Tolbert.
Yes, with Philly.
I thought we got a run back with Zeke.
We did get a run back, but you're kind of game stacking it. Like,
Nick.
All right, again, let's go back. What other receiver do you like so much more than Jalen Tolbert in the 18th round?
Let's pull up receiver.
What more do you like than the wide receiver 3 for Dak? The obvious wide receiver 3 for Dak Prescott.
I mean, let's see who's here.
Yeah, you go through.
Much. Maybe not A.T. Perry.
Oh, Brendan Rice. He's got the Jerry Rice connection.
Tony.
Who?
Stop.
Kadarius Toney.
So that's who your bet's on. So you're going to be taking Tony over the wide receiver 3.
Oh, I mean, personally, I would go DPJ.
Yeah, we knew that one. Knew that
Obvious wide receiver 3 for Jared Goff.
Teed him up for that one. I should have stopped scrolling immediately.
That's what I'm gonna do for Nick from now on. It's just like, okay, who's so much better?
Honestly, probably. I don't think DJ Chark's a terrible pick.
Yeah, but we took Palmer already, and we don't have Herbert.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't hate that correlation, but
Jalen Tolbert is wide receiver 3 for the Cowboys.
what did he do last year? Let's take a look.
It doesn't matter what he did. We're taking him.
Oh,
He did that with
nice.
Nick. He wasn't.
That's gonna win it for us.
I mean,
I'd rather take Greg Dortch.
Darius Toney.
I'd rather have Greg Dortch.
So you prefer a wide receiver 4 or 5 for the Cardinals than the clear role with wide receiver 3 with Dak Prescott?
Dortch might be wide receiver 2, 3.
Is our roster filled out?
3.
Yeah.
Nick, I don't know.
Marvin Harrison.
I know this is why you blow the end of your drafts, Nick. Because
all right, let's talk through that depth chart real quick. He's probably wide receiver 3.
The Cardinals depth chart. You have Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride.
He's not a wide receiver.
It doesn't matter. It's target share. Zay Jones, who they just traded for, Michael Wilson, that they drafted.
Zay Jones, yeah.
So
he's probably still up there.
But again, you're making correlated bets. You're not. You're just trying. Sometimes
let's not get too upset about it. The 18th round pick here. I mean, we're just throwing darts.
When you get to week 17, when you get to the playoffs, and you have these teams, you're going to want to see like, oh wow, I have this correlated bet on this game going off, and that's what you want to see. You're not like you're just like, oh well, I like this guy because
it's easier to cheer for, but we got the whole Eagles.
You're making correlated decisions. You're not. You're doing a bunch of these like one-off plays because you just like them in your head. Like yes, take what you said, Greg Dortch, when you take Kyler Murray or when you take Matthew Stafford, like because of the Week 17 game, do it then. But take
Project estimated the number 1 running back for Denver, though.
Yeah, take him when you take the Bengals or when you take Bo Nix. But you should try to just correlate your team.
We got through it.
Towards the end of these drafts, they always get.
I mean, it's fine. Alex and I just sit back and let you guys go till you're blue in the face about no-name players, but it is what it is. I understand the reasoning behind both.
Someone's got to carry us home. So,
Master PB.
Yes, man.
John Barnes.
That'll do it for our first live stream.
So defeated.
We're gonna try. We're gonna create a more of a schedule to go live at certain days, certain times, whether it's all 4 of us or just a few of us. We want to get on more of a live stream schedule. So, all right, that'll do it. Until next time, good luck and goodbye.
Like and subscribe, please.
Like and subscribe, please. Yeah. We're begging you.